We've done quite a bit on this wrecked Fiesta already. We've taken the front end off, stripped it down to a look at the damage and taken the headlights out. We've also taken the back bumper off, replaced our crash panel and replaced the bumper. The back end's all done and it's all good to go. So I bought quite a few parts to replace on this car and they're all around the garage. So we really need to get them fitted to the car. Now it's not ideal having panels hanging around in the garage. As you can see, you've got a bumper there, doors and the bonnet, and all these can get damaged quite easily just by lying around. So we really need to get them fitted to the car as soon as possible. A good place to start, I would imagine, would probably be the wing and the two doors. Get them out of the way and then we can focus on the front end, the bonnet, the bumper, the headlights. So some of you haven't seen the last episode but probably wonder why I'm changing these doors. Now this car has been resprayed previously and has some really poor work done to it. So all the wing has been blended into the door and the wing has had filler work done to it. It just looks really crappy. These doors have been filled in the past and sprayed. There's a pile of orange peel on them which you can't really see. It's quite bad around. There's got some overspray. It's got a pile of chips in it and things. It just looks really crap. This door has got a massive run mark in it and it's just badly filled. There, so rather than try and sand these down, and you've all agreed on that as well in the comments, I think I'm just better off just replacing the two doors and the wing. Replace them, job done, sorted, all out of the way. It's going to look a lot better than what it is now. That paintwork's really flat and it's just been sprayed really badly. It's just not worth trying to repair that because you can spend hours and hours trying to get that right and it'll still never look like factory then. Looking at this now, this has definitely had some sort of impact on this side. We've got a replacement lower arm. You can see that second hand there with the writing on. That's a good indication. The inner side looks okay. The outer tie rod end has been replaced. This shock looks, or strut looks pretty new. This cable looks new for the ABS sensor. The discs and pads are okay. The discs okay, just need to be cleaned up. The pads look like they got still enough wear on them, so that's good. As you can see, like I was saying, everything is still a little bit loose here. So they've definitely had this off, but it's not an issue. I've got clips and things I can put in to replace the ones that's missing. I was more concerned to see if there's any damage to the inner side of this. It's fine, there's no damage to the chassis leg, so we know structurally the car is sound. We have got evidence of glass. If you're ever unsure where all the bolts are located on a part and you've got a replacement one, always refer to the replacement one. As you can see, you've got 2 bolts there, one on the inside, you've got 2 there, 1 there, you've got 1 there, and this is the fun one here. Now that is located inside there. Some people say you've got to remove this, and some people say you don't have to. Now I done a video going back last year with regarding a Fiesta, a black one I had on the channel, and I had a lot of people inbox me and to say, how did I get that wing off without taking that glass out? I didn't really show it, so I'm going to show it now. Now if you look at that, it doesn't cover the bolt all the way, so you can undo that just enough and then pull it out like that. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, this is really awkward to show you. But down in there, you've got a small enough spanner. You can get down in between the glass. And the idea is that you get that on there and undo it enough, not all the way, just enough for it to come loose, and you just slide the wing out. Right, we got 4 bolts holding the door on. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. And the door should come off. Obviously we've got the wiring harness as well. Exactly the same principle for this door. 2 bolts there, 2 bolts there, and that there. Right, this back door is missing the handle. And it's also got a different colour glass in it. It's got like a privacy glass in it. We're gonna have to change that. That's not a problem. I'm just gonna try and bolt it onto the car now, and then we can muck around with the parts once it's on. Okay, this one isn't as straightforward as just bolt on. The wiring's different on it, and it's got, I think it's like keyless entry, door locks on it. So this is obviously an upgraded door. And if you look at this, it's using 2 pins, so we're gonna have to change that around. This one's only got the 1 pin. Nothing in the green. That could be for the powerful mirrors, it could be for the door locks. Two doors are on, make a massive difference. There's a few little scratches on them, which is understandable. When you've taken something off a car, you're going to have storage marks and scratches, but it's nothing like that paintwork. The only issue I have now is I've got to try and line these doors up better than what they are. This one's sticking out slightly there, see that? And the gap is a bit too much here, and it's not level. So there's a little bit of tweaking on this door for it to pull in a bit and go that way slightly, because that gap is a little bit too close there. Definitely 10 times better than what it was. Everything lines up nice and tidy. All the gaps are nice. The only issue I have now is that door is just sticking slightly I mean, it's nothing. It's just me being really picky, but that's the best I got. I can't get it any better than that. Everything works. I've just got to change the door locks, the handles and the mechanism and everything inside. It's taken ages to line them up. I mean, it's a good hour and a half, 2 hours to get them doors right. That wing's sitting nice. What I didn't see, there was a little ding in this wing. I mean, but it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's a 2014 Fiesta. It's never going to be massive money, and as long as it looks presentable, it's going to have a few stone chips and it's going to have a few scratches on it. But that's just general wear and tear. Put new clips in all around because the other ones were crap. I've got clips here of various sizes and things, so that's all back in nice and solid now. That's not going nowhere. Right, you might have just seen me wheeling the car out. I had to push it in and I've had to push it out. Since plugging that door in, it's kicked in the immobiliser and the car won't start. My battery died and I couldn't record anymore, so I thought, no, I'm not doing anything else until I've got some battery power. So the door is all in, but it doesn't work. Obviously this wiring loom is totally different, which I guessed. So I'm going to have to pull out all the insides and replace it with the original one, which is there. Okay, there's the door. It's quite a good design actually, gotta be honest. So 100% gotta replace this. This is the module for the door, so we'll replace this with the original one. Replace all this wiring loom, but it's all on the outside. The only part where it goes in is under here, so I might have to just take this corner a bit to unplug this. Hopefully, I was panicking a bit because the window's down and I didn't want to try and get the window up, so hopefully I'll be able to do most of this with the window in that position. But I've just got to do the reverse now on the other door. Take off all the covers and just swap like for like. Back, that was an absolute nightmare to get that out of there. This one in here, you've got to try and get this black plastic bit off, but it's just stuck to the window regulator, and I should imagine if the window was up it'd be a lot easier, but they down on the both windows. I've had to pull that to get to that, so how the hell am I going to get that off on the other one? I just don't know, but it's all out. Wire loom's out. That was an absolute bloody nightmare to do that. I thought it'd be easy, but that one wire that goes in through there is a nightmare to get to. But then that door handle had a cable going to it as well, which I couldn't get to. But it's all done now. I didn't want to really show it all because it's pointless. You see me strip a door, there it is. I'm not going to put the door card on just yet because we've got this mirror to put on. But it's like 7:30 now. Handle's on. Everything's all done, window works, and the car is running again. So obviously a safety device in that door handle to stop it from working and starting. The battery was totally flat, so I've left it running a little while now and it should be okay again. There's a difference between the door speakers as well. This has obviously got a bit of a bass to it. This one hasn't, and this is what's in the other side, so I didn't want to make it sound different. So we'll put the original one back in. So the door is back on, all fitted up. Well happy with that, everything works, window works. Doors is nice. Wing mirrors fitted. So we got back door, front door, wing, mirror, and all internals are done. So we're slowly working our way around the car, from the back to the front. One thing I want to do next, and it's been really bugging me, is that mileage. ever since I got the car, the speedo and the digital display hasn't worked. Now, I wouldn't have bought the car without knowing the mileage, so I checked Gov Direct website and checked on there, and obviously I had a rough idea when I checked the MOT history of the car. Now, it's got quite good history with the car, and any problems or any advisories have been sorted. As you go through, you can see. I'm still not 100% sure what the mileage is. It does on the MOT history say 69,000 miles was the last MOT. So we know we're pretty close to around about 70,000, give or take. So we're going to fit this and hopefully find out what the actual reading of the mileage is. Some people have said, oh, it's been clocked, they've been messed around with. It hasn't. It is quite common for the displays to go on these, so I've just got a replacement cluster, and hopefully this will cure the problem, and we'll find out for definite and once and for all what the mileage actually is. Fingers crossed it's quite low. Plugged in the new one. I think it's security protected, guys. It's coming up with that mileage, but I don't think that's the correct mileage, so that's obviously off a car that this is off, so it's stored memory and the car won't start. It's saying security key protected, so that didn't work. They're obviously coded to the car, so that's a bit of a bummer. You'd think just by changing this it'll go to whatever's programmed in the ECU and not to this has got its own like backup memory kind of thing. It's all saved on the board. I wonder if we could take the display off that and put it on this. Perhaps it's got to match with the serial numbers. I don't know, but that's a fail. It's definitely not that mileage because it was 69,000 on the MOT history, I'm sure it was. Really annoying because the car starts now. So I'm going to have a look to see if I can take that display out of there and swap it for the one that works in this one. See if they can just unscrew and unplug by like a ribbon cable or something. It's worth looking. But I reckon that's got to be like 77,000, something like that. Or it could be 73,000. It's just missing the display. Now that's displaying a little bit better than what it did, but no, it's not very good, is it? Never mind. What I want to do now is replace this bonnet because the one that's in the garage is going to get damaged if I don't put it on. So I'm going to take this bonnet off next and put the new one on. I know it's not lined up at all. I've got a lot of fitting to do, but I've just put it on, not for it to get damaged. Right, that's the bonnet on for now. We'll carry on with that later on when we fit up the front end. See, look, nowhere near where it needs to be. Starting to take shape now though. Okay, I wanted to do something slightly different, and one of the reasons why I got this whiteboard is to put obviously the price of parts and the breakdown of the cars. But on this particular car, a lot of you said when I first put my first video out on it to send it back into auction. It's a lemon, get rid of it. It's turning out to be an half decent car now, but my question to you is, do you think it's profit in this car as it is? The hardest part about doing this is selling the cars. I'm unsure of what to put this up for. So I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think I should sell it for? And what should be the asking price? And then I'll go through exactly how much I paid for it, how much all the parts have cost, and to see if it is a profit in it. So I'm going to leave this to you guys. How much shall I sell that Fiesta for? Comment below, how much do you think this should be up for sale for? Once it's finished, cleaned and everything else, and hopefully I'm going to like what you put on the figure wise. Tell me what you think of that. What is the sale price? So join me next time when we carry on rebuilding this wrecked Fiesta and hopefully get the front end all completed and hopefully get the car driving again. See you all in a bit.